Big Z Reviews. Ghostbusters Afterlife is Hollywood's newest attempt at making another Ghostbusters, and this time instead of doing an odd remake of the original film, this is technically a sequel. This is Ghostbusters 3. And as that, I really liked it.
What are you doing here in Somerville anyway?
We're completely broke, and our grandfather left us this creepy old farmhouse in the middle of nowhere.
Your father wasn't much of a homemaker. He could hardly keep the power on.
You're saying he left us nothing?
Well, I wouldn't say nothing.
So this was directed by Jason Reitman, and he is the son of the director of the original film, Ivan Reitman, who I think recently died. And this is the whole film is kind of honoring him. And it's kind of like a classic horror trope. That a family goes to an inherited house that happens to be haunted. And, this time that haunted house was previously owned by, Harold Ramis, who played Egon Spengler. He was the main scientist of the crew in the original Ghostbusters. And, and essentially after Ghostbusters 2, he kind of broke off with the rest of the Ghostbusters and maybe was crazy and moved to this isolated town and talking about the end of the world. And, maybe he was right, and maybe he was trying to protect the world to stop the coming of some evil being. And, now that he's dead, that might be coming. So the family that his daughter is played by Carrie Coon, and then she has two kids, Finn Wolfhard and McKenna Grace. And McKenna Grace is kind of like the main character of the film, I would say. Like, she's a genius. She's very much like the second coming of her grandfather. And, she makes a friends at this new school with someone nicknamed Podcast, and it's Logan Kim. And then the one science teacher there is Paul Rudd. And Paul Rudd and Logan Kim, they're kind of like a lot of the humor comes from them. And it was funny. I didn't laugh out loud, I think, but there's a lot of funny moments from them. And, Finn Wolfhard is great too. And that McKenna Grace especially is excellent as a lead in this. And she's the kind of the heart of this film, and she's awkward but interesting and really smart, and she has to figure out how to fix up all the old Ghostbuster stuff. And I just love that Jason Reitman, I think he did a great job in this film, because even if you take away the whole Ghostbuster stuff, I really liked the film. I think it would stand on its own, the whole setting and the direction and everything and the acting. I really liked that. And then when it feels very Spielbergian, a lot of the scenes, just them exploring this house and bringing stuff back to life and playing with it, and then using it to maybe trap ghosts or save the world. But I think that I don't there's when it gets to the studio mandated scenes, I think could be the weakest parts of the film. Just because hey, you're gonna have a new fat ghost. Yeah, maybe it doesn't have to be the same one, but do a fat ghost that they have to catch. That we can make a toy out of that one. Oh yeah, and then okay, Paul Rudd. We need to have another scene with him. Could he go to Walmart, the product placement in the middle of the night, and then no, maybe the marshmallows are there, and they're all animate and turn into little Stay Puft monster things, and it'll be a great scene. Okay, yeah. All that stuff is I didn't mind it. I still liked it, but it definitely felt almost like a different film a little bit. And then there's definitely some member-berry stuff, with finding the Ghostbusters things and references and a lot of stuff, and there's another stuff, some scenes in towards the end that remind you of the more recent Star Wars films. But I liked it all. I felt like they earned it. They just didn't throw it in there. I felt like it worked with the story and they earned it. And it's so odd that some of the critics really seems like didn't like this film, but I really loved it. It's nothing extraordinary. It's nothing that's gonna. There's nothing that original or perfect about it, but it's kind of really heartwarming and enjoyable and kind of like perfect for the Thanksgiving weekend if you're going out to see a movie coming up. Like I would highly recommend it. It's just a lot of fun. And I mean, it's a touching film too. I really liked what everyone did here. Like everyone did a great job, and I would highly recommend it. I'd probably give like an 8.5 out of 10. But thanks for watching. If you want to see more of me, you can subscribe down below. Thanks.